Should be good to go. Wendigo. Wendigo. I spent the last couple hours. I spent today, basically the entire day, researching a Yu-Gi-Oh video. I don't want to look at Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. Vruch. What's up? It's 15 minutes until my bedtime. Discord, log out, log in with YouTube. Wow, they have support for Mixer now. Sorry, I'm setting up things that I should have set up before the stream, but you know, I'm not a professional streamer or anything. Plus, it's a secret late night stream. And, I mean, nobody watches anyway. It's a secret stream. It should be set to the secret settings. Good morning, hero. Good morning. It's not morning. All right, I flew over here because I forgot why. I flew over here for a reason, though.
Strength and honor.
Oh, so I can log out at an inn because I knew I wouldn't play for a while. Top classified late night stream. Hello? Hello, little lady. You spelt night wrong, by the way? No, I didn't. Ooh, a Christmas giveaway. Sorry, I'm on my phone looking at Twitter right now. Oh god, there's an ad for macaroni and cheese, and that's making me hungry. Why are you eating your butt with your camera? What? What camera? Guess what, hero? What is it, little lady? It's afternoon here. You and your ninja late night streams. It's a secret stream. Shh, don't tell anyone. Whoa. Ninja mode? You're so zoomed in? Oh. Here, let me zoom out a little bit. There, I zoomed out a little bit. You see, part of the reason I stream these classic things is because I get footage of it anyway. And footage doesn't look good when you're zoomed super out. Like, if you're zoomed too far in, people get annoyed too. So you have to find, like, a good sweet spot. I passed both my nursing finals. A third of our class failed and have to retake the semester in a year. I was so scared I was going to fail foundations, but I effing killed pharmacology. Wow. That means you're probably smarter than I am. Because I dropped out of college. Secret. I like secrets. Hello there, Steppa. How are you doing today? Oh wait, people are doing their finals right now, huh? Are all of us fellow teenagers doing our finals? Thanks, appreciate it. Show your face. There's a picture of my face out there. You can find it if you search hard enough.
What do you need?
I took some pictures at BlizzCon with fans. And some of them have probably posted them somewhere. How is this worse than what I have on? Also, this guide isn't telling me to turn in the quest yet, so I'm not going to. I don't turn in quests unless it tells me to. Congrats, pharmacology is super hard. I mean, I can't even say it, so I'd assume it's pretty hard. Especially if a third of your class failed. I had a friend who went to school for nursing. And then he stopped and then went into something else, I forgot. Finished my last final today, I'm so happy. Man, me too. Isn't it great to have all those finals done? That's what I did all day today. I was just doing finals at school. I totally didn't spend all day reading Yu-Gi-Oh articles and watching Yu-Gi-Oh videos to research a stupid video. Your channel is dead, but okay. Hey, fair enough. 2.6 high school GPA to 3.7 in college. That takes discipline. I was like the complete opposite. I had almost a 4.0 GPA in high school. And I barely passed my classes in college because it was hard. Audrey Farm is effing rough, but no lie, spent 4 hours max studying for each pharma test the night before. I just remember vocab terms real easy. 4 hours is like longer than I ever studied. I don't think I've ever studied for 4 hours before. Like, there's a reason I didn't pass some of my classes. The thing is, though, like, whenever I tried to study for classes, you know, I could do it. I was always more of the person who if I just paid attention in class, I'd basically get it. But that doesn't work in college. You have to study at home as well. So I would do it. It's just, after like 20 minutes, I'd get so bored I couldn't do it anymore. Like, after a while, I would just stare at my book or computer screen and just no longer absorb the information. And I was like, I'm not going to do anything else until I finish studying this. And then I just wouldn't do it. I just could not get myself to study more. So whenever I see people who can do that, like in TV shows or movies or anime or, like, you know, just real people in real life, I always think, wow, that's amazing, because I can't do it. I literally cannot study something if it doesn't interest me. And it's getting to the point where I was like, maybe there's something wrong with me. Because I am budgeting my time and I'm not doing anything else. And I'll literally just sit there and stare at the computer screen and not read the words. And I just can't get myself to do it. I don't know how I passed as many classes as well, actually I do, because you know, I'd learn enough in class. And I could study in short bursts. And I did lots of tricks in order to get my memorization to a point where I could memorize basically anything. But I just could not study for like longer than 20 minutes at a time. No matter what I did. Face reveal at 5 million subs. If I get 5 million subs, I'll do a face reveal. I mean, here, we study for like 4 to 5 hours before making videos. That's different, though. That's not the same at all, because I like editing. I can easily spend all day editing. Like, it's a pain in the ass, and, you know, it's mentally draining, but I can do that because on some level I enjoy it. Like, when I'm studying Japanese, for example, the class basically required you to study for a couple of hours every night, because you had 8 hours of required studying every week, and you needed to do that in order to pass the class because there's just so much you had to learn. And if you skipped a week, you would fall behind on the next week, because the next week always assumed you'd learned everything in the previous week. I just couldn't do it. I'd sit there, and after 20 minutes, I was done. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I would still sit there for hours on end. I just wouldn't study. I would just stare at the computer instead. And I looked up all kinds of tips and tricks online. I got really good at memorizing things, but I just could not get myself to study. I forgot how much talking hurts my throat. I don't usually talk at all. Ugh. We had 32 at the beginning, and we've lost at least 11 that I know of. Damn. I don't think I was supposed to come down here. I'll probably swim over there anyway. I gotta fight my way over. Like the Fort Demon video, that was a good 10 to 12 hours of studying, searching every single demon-related spell and talent for every single patch on 3 websites and comments. Research is different. That's a different thing, because on some level I enjoy it. Like, I spent all day today researching a video. If I open up my Google Calendar, I can see exactly how many hours I spent today researching the video. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I spent 7 hours today researching a video. And sure, I'm tired of it, but I was able to do that no problem. Because on some level, you know, I like what I'm researching. That's not the same as studying. Studying is like, you know, I have these books and I just need to read them. And if I read them, the information I'll absorb from reading them will help me pass the class. And I just can't do it. I don't have to search out the information. I have the information right there. All I have to do is read it. You know, and write down notes. And I just could not do it for longer than 20 minutes. I just get so bored that my brain would just shut off. You know, if it was for a class that I enjoy, like the psychology classes I took, because I went to college for psychology. All of the classes that actually had something to do with psychology, I had no problems researching or studying for those classes, because I liked it. But it was something boring, like, you know, what half of school is, or even more than that. More than half of what you learn in school is really boring. I just had a really hard time with it. I destroyed Felt Play with facts and logic in the meme channel. That sounds fake. Because if you ever try to prove Fel wrong, he'll move the goalpost and pretend that he was never wrong in the first place. So, it sounds like you're making up a fib, Celty. So what do you do when you had to write stuff like clinical cases, etc.? I never had to do that. I didn't get advanced enough classes for that. I basically only did all the intro stuff. And I had finished all of the prereq psychology stuff, like, real early on. So I was basically just doing all the other prereqs because I wasn't going to school full time. I was like a part-time student. So I was taking like maybe 3 classes a semester. So I spent a lot of time in school just doing prereqs that had nothing to do with psychology. So I didn't really do anything advanced with psychology before I dropped out. And the reason I dropped out was because YouTube was doing really well. And I was like, you know, I'm only going to school so that I can brag about going someday. I have no intention of using the degree for anything. It's like, and it is taking a lot of time away that I could be spending on YouTube channel stuff. And the YouTube channel was doing well at the time. Overall, it was a good decision because I was able to build the channels to be much more successful since I actually had more time to do it. But I have been thinking about maybe going back to school to finish up. I was thinking mainly to go back to school just to get out of the house. It's killing me inside to be inside all day. Like, time just goes by too quickly. You know, I'll spend all day inside editing or researching videos, and then by the end of the week, you know, I was like, wow, I'm already halfway through the month. It feels like no time at all has passed because I do the same thing every day. I rarely have to leave the house. And time is just going so quickly, and when you're forced to do boring things, time goes so much slower. It almost feels like I'm speeding through life. That's not good. I need to slow down and enjoy it. Have you ever watched the Uber Danger video? That sounds familiar. What's Uber Danger? Jesus Christ, you put water bottles down more gently. Your mic vibrated for 20 seconds. Did it? Ow. I ate some chocolate today. And now my tooth is hurting. I should probably go to the dentist. I don't think that's supposed to happen whenever you have sweets. Well, it's not any sweets. I think it's just chocolate that does that. And that's what this semester was for me, so now the rest of them should actually be interesting. I don't know about that. A lot of school is boring. Here, should have another game night before Friday, LMAO. No. Maybe, I don't know. See, the thing is, I enjoy playing games by myself. But I'm also, you know, it is fun to play with other people every now and then. I don't like doing the same thing over and over. That's why I like to try new things. It's probably been a long time since I've tried a new thing, though. Maybe that's what I need in my life. I need to go out and try new things. But I don't want to because I'm real lazy. I hate prereqs I just don't give an F about. Yeah, that's most of school, though. Technically, I destroyed all the Canadians that believe that ever... argue that point specifically before. Plus, maybe you can make friends and meet a cute boy to be butt buddies with Hiru. You know, that would be good and everything. But I'm not gay. I should know, I've checked. What are you going for life? Going for life? What? I just make YouTube videos for a living. Just want to go back to meet a nice girl to date and respect like a true Chad would. You know, when I did go to college, I never talked to anyone. I would just go to class and then take as many online as I could. Plus, I only went part-time, too. And if I did talk to people, it was only for projects. Psst, it's a secret. That's true. It's a secret stream you can't be watching. Stop writing fan fiction. I basically Bean Saber. Wait, what? Hard chocolate. IT, getting some certificates and all the fun stuff. I have a science degree already, but I'm not doing anything with it. Oh, well that's good. I know I'd always recommend going to college to people who don't know what they want to do with their life. Because it's better to have a degree than to not have one. Even though I personally didn't finish. Although, to be fair, my job didn't exist when I was in high school. So I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And what I do now is pretty fun. You know, like... I'm pretty sure no one is fully satisfied with their lives. But at least I have a good job. You know? That's one part about my life that's, you know, pretty good. It's an okay thing, I guess. But there's so much more to life than that. There's so much more to everyday life than just working all the time. But I also kind of like what I do. That's the crux of it. If I spend all day inside making videos, I'll get lots of videos done. But then time goes by super fast. And I don't have any friends. And I'm almost 30. It's like, man, I think I'm missing out on my youth. Well, good luck to you. My boyfriend works IT and he's shown me some of those certifications. They look pricey. Wow. I didn't know they cost money. Dispriest looking so nice now that you were in Classic, huh? Isn't looking so nice now that you're in Classic. Quite the opposite. Playing Classic has made me very much appreciate just how much better class design is in retail. And the Dispriest is so fun that I have no interest in healing on any other class. Because it's so unique that all other healing is just kind of boring in comparison. I was playing this new game they had on Steam that's all about just healing. It's a cool little single player game where you like kill incompetent party members. And it seemed like a fun thing because I heal in WoW. And then when I started playing the game, I remembered, oh shit, Dispriest is so unique that this healing is basically, you know, you're actually healing people and that's it. That's boring. I want to be able to heal like I do on WoW. I want to be able to heal people and then attack for atonements. Just healing people normally is kind of boring. I can't go back to normal healing after the Dispriest. It spoiled me. Like, BFA Dispriest is so fun that all other healing is just kind of monotonous in comparison. Oh wow, there's a lot. I've come across trouble again. I have the video. I'm trying to think what kind of stuff I want to use for background footage, but like vanilla footage is gross boring. I don't get all those weapons. Just do it like you did the other video. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If I can get a job, it can definitely pay off. Boyfriend makes more than I will with a BSN. Well, that doesn't really mean anything, to be honest. Because, like, you know, I've told myself I'm going to stop telling people how much I make on streams. It's not good. But I will say, I definitely, you know, college dropout. I make clickbaity videos for a living. And, well, I do very well for myself, I guess. Almost 30. Oh, hush. Well, I'm closer to 30 than I am to 20. For half first semester, I didn't talk to anyone, but then while I was in the cafeteria, I found one of my high school acquaintances, and he sort of became my into a group. Now the group is all but gone, but still. Wait, what? Wait, in college? Why were you eating at a cafeteria in college? I guess I should also mention, I went to community college. I'd planned on transferring to a bigger university after I finished all my prereqs, but I never finished them. So like, you know, I only went to college. I only went to classes for like an hour, and then I left. There wasn't really anything else to do. I also didn't join any clubs or anything because I was raiding, and that would get in the way of my raid time. I should probably do that. I should join a club or something, so I could meet people. I have no problems talking to people. You know, like when I went to BlizzCon, I met a whole bunch of people, and the thing about that is no one knows what I look like. Like, I know a whole bunch of people online. A lot of them are YouTuber friends. None of them know what I look like. So every single one of them, I had to, like, approach them and tell them who I was. And, you know, I basically just met people nonstop. I don't have any problems walking up and talking to people. And I made friends real easily at school and at my job. My old job, anyway. I just don't meet any people when I do. I don't know what the hell that question is, Felplague, so I'm gonna ignore it. A single player healing game on Steam? Yeah, it's called Looking for Heals. That's literally the name of it. I nearly dropped out of high school, had my concussion, was out for 2 years, had to have a stay-at-home schooling for a few months, and after schooling for the next 2 years to graduate. And now you make YouTube videos. Classic WoW is incredible. It's pretty neat. I think I'd like TBC or Wrath of the Lich King better, though. You know, it's like classic WoW, but with improvements. Hi, I actually meant to say hi. Hello, Pupper Doggo. I hear you in class appreciation thing after going back to classic. Back in 06, I leveled my first character as a paladin. Never again. I tried to repeat it with classic. No thanks. Why would you try to repeat it? What about Zenyatta healing Overwatch? Not quite the same, but kind of similar. Zenyatta healing is basically like playing a resto druid. You just throw hots on people. And then you hit people with your weak things that are really hard to hit. Here's like, I'm effing loaded, y'all. I wouldn't say that. I'm not loaded, but I definitely make a decent amount from ad revenue. Although, here's the thing, like, half of the money I make goes to my editors, basically. And I also gave them all a Christmas bonus today. Like, everyone who works for me, I gave them $100. And since I have 5 people, well, had 5 people, you know, that's 500 right there. So a lot of the revenue goes to them, and I'm thinking, like, you know, I have to pay all the taxes. I should probably start worrying about that. I have been saving up for it, but I'm thinking, man, that's going to be a lot. Because last year I had to pay like $20,000 in taxes. I made even more this year. I'm not looking forward to that. More like hero single and what WTF, you want me to go outside? Yeah. I do have routines to leave the house. Like, every Wednesday I go out and do something. But I usually just go to Walmart and buy stuff. Sup? Hello, Editor MG. He's trying his best, you know. He can be slow. Soul and Hazel did, I did, Avarice did. Wow, here's like 5 minutes behind on chat. Wait, what did you guys do? Where's a good place to grind for 38 to 40, Horde? I don't know. I just follow my leveling add-on. I don't remember where I was for 38 to 40. Maybe I was in Stranglethorn. It don't matter if he says what he makes. It's all hidden offshore accounts in the Caribbean. Now, it's like placed in 2 separate accounts. So I had to like check both of them today. I was like, how much money do I have again? And I was like, oh, that should be enough to pay taxes. Wait, what did Soul and Hazel and Avarice do? I feel like I missed something. How dare you ignore Problem Clown? Yeah, I'm gonna keep ignoring that. He has 2 successful channels after all. Hey, I have been trying my best to cut back on saying that. I understand it's annoying. I totally am aware of that. I was doing it despite the fact, but I think I'm over it now. I think I'm ready to stop being as annoying. Making Fel rich? Fel could make a lot of money if he just worked. He doesn't like working very often, though. He gets tired after a video. Bank. Can't remember, but there were any 2 mints in Wrath? Can't recall, but I think that's what they were axed. Were there any 2 mints in Wrath? I don't think so. I think they stopped those after TBC. Will we hear the Coffin joke this year? I can tell the Coffin joke. Not right now. I'm trying to catch up on chat. No Coffin joke, please. Okay. If you ask, no Coffin joke. Can you tell Grim to be friends with me, Hero? I'm in his Discord, but he just memes at me. I'm sure everybody wants to be Grim's friend. But he's busy. He's more busy than I am. I'm not very busy, though. I think you find his Bad Jokes channel a separate channel, but I don't know what it's called. It's called the Unfunny Jokes, and I don't have the Coffin joke on there yet. I do have a link to the Coffin joke in the video description. Yes, there's a 2 mint for Wrath, only for ICC dungeons, though. Had to do them in order to do a quest line. Those don't really count. Salutations, secret stream saboteurs. Hello there, Sir Welts. Grim is mean to everyone, plus he's no longer in this channel, so you can't tell him what to do. He's not mean to everyone, he just doesn't like you very much. Because you have a big ego. It's okay, Fel, I'm used to it. So you don't have to worry about me not liking it. I find people with big egos very charming. I think it's kind of funny. It's like the complete opposite of bothering me. I think it's entertaining. That's why I have lots of YouTuber friends. They all share the same qualities. Basically every single YouTuber has a big ego. Some of them are just better at handling it than others. Grim just hates me, I think. Feels bad. I don't think he knows who you are, Welts. Damn, bro, you need to get some bartender? Nah, I don't click on my abilities. What leveling add-on do you use? I use Zygor. You can also see all the other add-ons I use if you type in !! add-ons. I don't know, Grim hates me for some reason. Have you ever tried donating him money? That would probably put him in a much better mood. I'm surprisingly okay considering my birthday's coming up and I haven't had an existential crisis yet. You know, I'm the complete opposite when it comes to that. I went through my existential crisis when I was 12, and it doesn't bother me anymore. And to the complete, I have anxiety problems. And I found one of the things that helps when I'm having like an anxiety episode is to think about being dead. And that calms me down. I just think about, what would it be like if I died or was no longer existing. And it's a very calming effect. And it sounds messed up. I don't know why, but it's, I like the concept of it. I don't know how it helps. Like, I should mention, I'm not suicidal at all. I've never had a legitimate suicidal thought before in my life. I quite enjoy living. But the thought of being dead helps me with my anxiety. Thanks for the $5 sticker, little lady. Man, I'm surprised more people don't use those stickers. It allows you to send, a bigger message than a super chat. And you can do it for cheaper, too. Shit, what's that like? Oops, I had the wrong thing open. Grim loves money. I mean, who doesn't? Right? You have a big ego too? Oh yeah, definitely. I try my best to keep it under control, but occasionally I'll brag about, like having 2 successful channels and stuff. Those kinds of things make you very unlikable, so I try my best not to do them. But it just kind of slips out because, that's just who I am. Can you do what you think? Wait. Can you go on about what you think about ego? Ego? I think everybody has an ego to an extent. In psychology, that's what they call your sense of self. Some people just have a bigger ego than others. And I think that's kind of a requirement to be a YouTuber to an extent as well. Every birthday it's like, oh, now I'm X years older and I've accomplished nothing with my life, and now I'm X year done with my life. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm kind of the same way. I always think, I have nothing going on in my life. And then I start thinking about everything I have going on in my life, and I was like, that's not true. I have a good job, and I make good money from it. And that's more than so many people have. And I think, well, there's other things I'd like. There's other things I think are more important than that, but technically, I got it good. So I can't really complain too much. But at the same time, there's other things I also want that I don't have. And then it just makes me think, I have a good job. I like it. And, I still want more. If I did accomplish those other things as well, would that make me complete, or would I still just want more? And would I even want to be complete? Like, life seems kind of boring if you're not striving towards something. Are you ever complete? Can you ever just finish being done with life? It's like, I don't think that's true. But that also means you don't have to try super hard for amazing goals. You can aim for a mediocre life and be happy with it. What's that like? Death is tragic but pure. What was your existential crisis about? Same old, where do we go when we die? We're specks of dust in the universe. The sun will explode one day, nothing will matter. I get what you mean, but it's not suicidal thoughts, maybe the opposite. Yeah, I don't know what it is. For some reason, thinking about my death calms me down when I'm being anxious. I want to die. Yeah, I know you do, Phil. You have, legitimate medical problems, though. I love your content. Why, thank you, Joshua. I'm trying this new thing this week, where I want to make a new Yu-Gi-Oh script and have it ready to go every day. And that's not gonna happen. I stayed up late yesterday trying to get it done, and then I spent 7 hours researching the video today. And I was like, I'm done. I don't want to work on it anymore. It helps with my anxiety and to sleep at night. Sorry, real late. It's okay, pupper doggo. I'm probably late in reading your message too. I used to be so I'm shit at everything. I'm better off dead. I will never do anything worthwhile. Then here he pumped my ego, and now I'm like, LOL, so good. Please fucking end my suffering. Yeah, you know, it gives you perspectives. Like, you know, having nothing going on in your life doesn't really mean anything. Because when you do have things going on in your life, you're going to feel the exact same way. It's just you'll have, you know, like more of things. More or less. So my birthday's December 31st. Adds it to Slice like every year after my birthday. The year ends so I could start doing something with my time in life, but I don't. Every year I waste it. Yeah, that's why I have this policy about not making New Year's resolutions. Because if I'm going to do something to change my life, I'll do it immediately, as soon as I have the thought. And that's basically how I do everything in my life. That's how I started my channel and how I decided to go to college. Like, I remember, I went to college out of high school, and I was just doing prereqs, and I had no idea what I wanted to get a degree in. And then I ended up failing 2 of the classes for stupid reasons. So I didn't qualify for financial aid, so I, like, basically dropped out. And I just went to my part-time job and work and played World of Warcraft all day. And then when I was at work, I was talking to one of my work friends who had started working there again because he had left for some time and then they hired him back. And he was talking about how he failed some classes and he lost his financial aid. But then he went to a new school and it, you know, they were able to reinstate it. Because apparently, you know, it can swap over to different schools. It's like tied to each school specifically. And I was like, I had no idea you could do it that way. That means if I just swap to a different school, I can get financial aid again and go back. And I was like, huh, guess I'm going back to school. And so I signed up for it basically like that week. Instead of waiting for, you know, a New Year's resolution. Or with YouTube, I got fired from my job, and I had a bunch of free time, and I was like, I'm going to start doing YouTube. So I did. Hey, nice to hear ya. What's up, Medziki666? Love the name. I work in the ICU. You'd be surprised how a lot of people are comforted by death. I mean, I get it. I'm kind of surprised that it calms me down, but, you know. It works on me, so I'd assume it'd work on other people as well. What's it do, little lady? Wait. What? Did I miss something? If you can pronounce this drug name correctly, I'll donate another $5. Tiskanugalinikasik. Nailed it. He couldn't read pharmacology. Nope. It's for B-cell treatment for lymphoma. When I had that moment that I finally clicked in my skull that someday everything will change and that I have no control over that, and no matter how hard I tried, stuff will happen, that effed me up. Oh, when you lost your childhood innocence, you mean? Here's the thing about life. Like, bad things are gonna happen. So learn how to, like, roll with the punches rather than be surprised when they happen. Like, you know, don't spend your life expecting bad things to happen. That's textbook anxiety. But, like, just know bad things happen. They're going to happen. They happen to everyone. Just when they do happen, don't get too surprised by it. Roll with the punches. Deal with it in an efficient manner. Because it's like, whoa, I just got into a car accident. Wow, this is going to be annoying. I have all this insurance to fill out and stuff. Well, crying about it isn't going to make it happen any quicker. Thanks for the $1, little lady. Even though I totally nailed it. Well, you bring existential depression and doubt to all of this. Here's the thing about existentialism. It can be, you know, it's basically like a branch of the philosophy of nihilism. And there is such a thing as positive nihilism. Like, you know, nothing matters, so what's the point? Or, you know, nothing matters, so there is no point. And that means you can indulge in hedonism. That's not how you say it. You know, have fun. If nothing matters, do whatever you want. To an extent. You know, don't go out and be mean. Because it's like the philosophy of, you know, life is a joke to an extent. Life doesn't care how seriously you take it, because bad things are going to happen to you no matter what. So don't take things too seriously. To an extent. Are you a New Zealander? No, I'm from US. Every year I make a New Year's resolution to not make any New Year's resolutions, so it all works out in the end. Good one. Hey, hero. Hello, pupper. But why is an escape to focus on beauty and amazement? Wait, what did Cell say? If you ever feel down, just get yourself lost in a good book. A simple escape. While you may feel empty after it's done, you can at least feel glad for the journey. That's true as well. Thanks for the $4.99, Rowan Subatius. Hello, it's Cobra from Discord. I wanted to tell you I enjoy your content.
Hello, it's Cobra from Discord. I wanted to tell you that I enjoy your content and I watch every single stream and video you post. Keep up the great work.
Wow, you watch all the streams? I'm sorry. Also, you're from the Discord now? I should take this moment to apologize for the quality of the Discord. I know they say weird shit. I know a lot of the most active people are kind of weird. And I apologize. Hello, here from Escador. Love your channel. Hello, Daniel. The Day of the Dead, Brewfest, that's it. Death is a comforting idea. In such ungrateful times we live in these times we're just expected to work ourselves exhausted and tired, and we still take it for granted. Yeah, the number one regret people have is that they work too much. I am gonna make sure that's not one of the regrets I have at the end of my life. Love your videos. Why, thank you, Daniel. It's not that bad things happen. I assume the worst things will happen. Yeah, that's anxiety. Ugh. Like, you know, if you constantly think that something's gonna kill you, or that you think you're gonna die today, or that you think you're gonna get in an accident, or, you know, if you go outside and you think about, you know, how a car can swerve into your lane, that means you have anxiety. That's not normal. I'm sorry to tell you. Normal people don't think like that every day. You know, sometimes it's brought on because of like a traumatic experience. Sometimes it's just how you are. It's your personality. You know, maybe you just watch too many crime dramas. But that is anxiety. That's textbook anxiety. Existing is exhausting. I don't know about that. It's fun to not exist for a few hours every night at, you know, when you go to bed. But overall, I have a lot of fun in life. That's always been like one of my number one goals, is to have fun. As long as I'm able to have fun, then I'm having a, you know, good time living. Damn, but I have a very important exam tomorrow. Man, exams, am I right, fellow teens? Gosh, all those finals we have to take. I have been studying all day for it. Sleep time. Have a good night here in chat. See you, a life of winter. I know it is a super late stream. Thanks. I don't need you to remind me I have anxiety. There's a reason I can't drive. You see, once you understand that you have anxiety, that should be, you know, a sign that you should get help to overcome the anxiety. There are ways to deal with it and handle it. Although most people I know who have bad anxiety don't do anything about it. That seems to be the norm. Most people just kind of know they have it and then do nothing to try to fix it. I guess that's just like part of having anxiety. You know, if you've had it your whole life, you're kind of used to it and you think there's nothing you can do about it. That's not true. There are things you can do about it. It's just most people don't try to do anything about it. That's what I found in my personal experience. I don't like try to give people advice either. It's like, you know, if you really wanted to help yourself, you could look these things up yourself. It's complicated. There's no one size fits all answer anyway. Oh my god. Hi, Hero. Hello, Cole. Chloe. My great-grandfather died in his sleep a few weeks back. That is like the best way to go, because you just go to bed, it's over. You don't know what's coming, you don't know what's happening, you just sleep. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if I'd think of the best way to die. That sounds a little morbid. If you're confusing anxiety and paranoia, I guess there is a fine line between them. Time to sleep, get real, like 80 chapters of the Nite novel to read before I do stuff with people on Thursday. I think you might read more than I do, Selfie. Maybe, I don't know, I read a lot. There's not too many people who read more than I do. Especially since most people don't read. You don't say. As a certified clinical psychologist, I see anxiety every day. Ooh, we have a real psychologist here. You know, I have to be careful when I talk about psychology and streams and stuff. Because sometimes people will message me and act as if I'm their therapist. And that's not good. I dropped out of school before I could get into real psychology stuff. Most of what I know is from like self-help books. I also, you know, don't want to be anyone's therapist. Because, you know, that kind of stuff, there's a reason you have to pay them to talk to them. It's kind of exhausting to hear people's problems. You know, emotionally exhausting. Especially if you empathize with them. I remember there was another YouTuber who has a similar problem. And he had to make like a Twitter post. He's like, I'm going to need you guys to stop sending me really sad messages about your life. I'm not your therapist. And I was like, yep, I totally get that. A fat thumb space. Question for you. If Classic were no longer fun, would you stop playing it or keep going? Oh, I'd keep going. I do, like, WoW videos for a living. It's in my best interest to keep playing it no matter what. Imagine, like, video background music on these topics would not match. What? Exams. I'm glad I'm old. I know, right? I wish I was also old too and not 16. Exams are no match for the demon knowledge of Haruma. Yes. I was so good at school that I could not study. What are you currently studying? Nothing. I dropped out to do YouTube full time. And it worked out. Luckily. I would not recommend it to other people because I understand that I got lucky. But, you know, I did get lucky, so it worked out. But what if you look forward to tomorrow and a cake? Ooh, that sounds good. It's also because mental health care can be hard to get. That's true as well. But you know, some people don't even attempt to look for it. Or attempt to self-help. Where can I find your Discord? Google doesn't want to help me. That's because I don't have any public links to it. The only way to get a link is through Twitch chat. Not Twitch. I'm not on Twitch. Through stream chat. I only ever give out links during stream, and the links only last for a day. And if anyone else on the server creates links that are set to never expire, I delete them. I'll check that every now and then. Make sure no one has created a link that's set to never expire. You can't spell therapist without the last part of it. You're correct about that. If I recall correctly, on 1,000 Ways to Die, the number one was a guy having an orgasm. Hey, I guess that would be a good way. I remember some guy died from a heart attack after a 24-hour threesome marathon. I mean, at that point, he was kind of asking for it. Aliens. What happened to H3H3 and BTS? I have no idea. I also don't think I care enough to look into it. You are not lucky. You make good content. I got lucky in the fact that my top 10 videos do well. Like, you know, if it wasn't for my top 10s, I don't really know how I would do YouTube. It would probably be completely different to what I do now. I'm lucky in the fact that I found, you know, top 10s, I know how to make them okay, and people like to watch them on a large scale, and I have an unlimited amount of ideas, so I don't have to worry about videos at all. But other YouTubers aren't as lucky. They don't have a formulaic type of video that consistently does well like I do. They have to actually care about what kind of videos they make, or having a good topic, or writing a good script, and trying to market it, and, you know, get people to want to watch. They don't just have something that's going to consistently do well all the time like I do. So, like, if I tried to be a YouTuber without top 10s, I don't know if I could do it. However, if I did want to be a YouTuber with top 10s as part of my content, I've already proven that I can do it twice. Annoying K-pop fans. Yeah. There's annoying fans of every fandom. Only way to get Discord. My hypothetical wasn't specifically about you. You mentioned that things are no longer enjoyable. You wouldn't keep trying. What is it has happened with Classic for me? Oh, well, yeah. Like, I get bored leveling up sometimes. And I don't really plan on playing endgame content either. Like, there's no reason for me to play Classic. I've already kind of gotten bored of the leveling content. However, and therefore, you know, I make WoW videos for a living. It's in my best interest to play Classic. At the very least, just so I can have characters to get footage. Oh, I'm out of mana. And sleep a bit more. Well, good advice is stop doing arenas whenever you have anxiety. It only worsens the symptoms. And sleep more. Yeah, I'd say that's good advice. Damn it, this thing's fast. God damn it, stop blocking. I'm out of mana. You stupid piece of garbage. Do they have a ranged attack? Something has a ranged attack. Uh-oh, I hit 2 of them. Oh no! Oh no! Heal! I need mana! Damn it, I died. I don't know what you're talking about at all, Wald. A topic that is yet very little known about. What if I tell you there's real aliens on Earth and they're making contact with dozens of people? You sound like my cousin who's into conspiracy theories. I remember we were having some kind of get-together. And he came up to me and he's like, hey, you know a lot about computers, right? I was like, no, I don't. Not at all. He's like, oh, but you know, do things on the computer for a job. I was like, yeah, but I don't know anything about them. And then he's like, well, okay, whatever. And he asked me, he's like, you know, I have these photos, you know, the government, I need to like hide them from them. And I was like, oh, what is it? And he showed me, he's like, pictures of the sky. He's like, see here, this is a planet. You know, it's a new planet. They don't want you to know anything about it, but I have photos of it and I discovered it, but I need to upload it to the internet, but I need to do it in a way where people can't track me. And I was like, oh, you could look into a VPN, I guess. I don't fucking know. Also, I don't think you have to worry about anyone trying to track you, but I'm not gonna say that. Pocket Watch Hero. I know I had the Pocket Watch, but I didn't have mana to feign death, and they had ranged attacks. I was screwed. Oh, for FF, just take the compliment. Was someone getting complimented? Typing too fast. Top 10s, Burger King foot lettuce. Yeah. Do you ever feel like you aren't tapping into your true creativity since you follow the same type of video over and over? I don't, though. Only like 25% of my videos, you know, random number I brought out of nothing. But a minority of my videos are top 10s. I do a whole bunch of other things as well. They don't do as well. But I definitely do whatever I want. It's just my top 10s consistently do well. And I also like making the top 10s. You know, I'm kind of lucky in that I can kind of do whatever I want. Because one of the things I do like to do is the top 10s, and those consistently do well. My brain isn't ready for level 8 stuff. I think you need to pull a few more mobs next time. I was just out of mana. If I wasn't out of mana, I'd be good to go. You should make a things to do after 60 videos. 60 videos? What? Should have saved mana for feigned death. I could have killed them. It's just I didn't know I had ran into another mob. Also, do I have any mana potions on me? Nope. I'm excited for this new year. I'll drink till I cry myself to sleep in the shed. My dad said he got my favorite booze this time, so yay. It looks like you have a plan. I'm probably just going to play Hearthstone on New Year's by myself. Sorry, fellas, a little ahead of myself. Oh no, I think it's time for the end of my secret stream. It's almost my bedtime. I have to go to sleep because of my high school tomorrow. There's my body. I might pull it if I try to loot it, though. I'm gonna go for it anyway. Damn it, it disappeared as soon as I got to it. Ugh, why is it that only bad things happen to me? That always makes me chuckle when I say that. Mainly because there's people who legitimately say things like that. Minor inconvenience will happen, and then they'll like go, why do only bad things happen to me? And it's so funny. So I like to say it ironically. Need heals, better to go to bed, like attunement rating. Also a crazy aunt this year because she moved too far away. The history videos are creative and cool, but they make shit all compared to top 10, so it sucks. You make top 10, you don't feel proud. You make something else, you feel proud, but make no muns. I don't know about that. You know, I feel proud about the top 10 hardest raid boss video I made. I spent a month working on that thing, and it also did really well. So it's like, hey, neat. But, you know, they're not all wins. They're not all good. And I'm just kind of used to it by now. I don't even really think about it. I make videos and I kind of forget. You know, it's kind of like if you worked at McDonald's and you made burgers all day. Do you think about all of the burgers you made? Probably not. You probably forget because you're so used to doing it. You know, it just becomes kind of a thing you do. Then you go home and you do other things. And then someone comes up to you like, man, that was a really good burger you made today. I was like, oh. You're welcome, I guess. I guess I do make burgers, don't I? Huh. Maybe they are good. I wouldn't know. I'm used to it. It's just kind of something I do. I don't feel proud about top 10s because the Yu-Gi-Oh ones I made, I didn't even play the game, and for WoW, I get mocked for it. I mean, I get mocked for it too. I just don't care what other people think. You'll get used to it too, felt like. You just kind of have to, like, you know, not care about other people's negative opinions of you. And just kind of bug them anyway. You know, like, I talk to a whole bunch of, you know, YouTubers. It's nice to have good connections with them. Be friendly. And I know for a fact some of them don't like me very much. But I still talk to them anyway, because I don't really care if they like me or not. And I know for a fact a lot of them look down on the videos I make. And I don't really care. It never even crosses my mind as something to worry about. Sulfism. You know, asterisks. Sometimes I do care. A high schooler with self-confidence. You ain't shit, bro. Seems fake. Hey, cool thing about confidence is, you know, it's one of the few things that you can get if you just think you have it. Like, there are so few things you can just pretend your way into having. Confidence is definitely one of them, though. Just got Broken Tooth. Is Broken Tooth still good? Damn it, I'm out of mana again. I'll never get used to anything other than depression. I mean, you're young. And you have mental problems. I don't know if you've ever actually fixed any of them before. So it's really hard to see any kind of change if you've never actually succeeded at self-improvement before. It's a lot easier once you actually succeed at fixing one of your problems. When you're young, you probably haven't had to do any of those things yet. It's like working as a loan shark. It's a job, but feeling proud about it is odd. I mean, do you need to feel proud about your work? I guess that's one of the things. The best burgers are those that you make yourself. Wait. The best burgers are not those you make, but those you receive. That's true. It's always better to, you know, buy fast food than it is to make it yourself. I'll agree to that. A few funny videos might help with depression, might not necessarily help. I mean, they might help you if you're feeling sad or a little blue. They don't help with depression necessarily. Although I have heard a case about someone who was diagnosed with depression And then he locked himself into his room and just played a marathon of Three Stooges videos. And he felt better afterwards. That seems more like an outlier case. But I guess there is some truth to it. The only thing in the universe you can be sure exists is yourself. Therefore, stranger opinions of your videos don't matter because there's a good chance they aren't that real anyway. I mean, I do have to care about people's opinions on the videos, because if I ignore them, then the videos might become shit. You know, I have to take feedback in. I think I'm just used to it, so I don't even think about it anymore. Because you have to have a thick skin in order to do YouTube. That's like a requirement. And most people don't like criticism. So, you know, constantly getting criticism about things you probably spend a long time making. You know, hey, what if you spend like months working on something and you think it's great and then you put it out there and nobody likes it? And then people just talk shit about it or make fun of you for it. You know, you probably wouldn't feel too good about that. As a YouTuber, though, you kind of have to do that all the time and just, you know, work on the next project if it doesn't do well. But if it was like a normal person and that was the first thing they've ever done and then it didn't do well, you know, they'd probably never do anything ever again. That would just scare them away from it. But when you do it for a living, that's just like another Tuesday. If I helped make content as good as yours, I'd effing boast about it so hard. It's like when I'm topping DPS in Raid, performing mages as a warlock. That's true. Like, I do also like to brag. It's a fun, enjoyable activity. But I guess what I'm saying is humans are complicated. Self-confidence, pass it on. All you need to do is just pretend you have it, and you'll have it. It's pretty easy. Did I just get a gun? I don't have any bullets. I'm gonna need to turn this off since I don't have any bullets right now. Since, you know, you can't shoot arrows with your gun because it's vanilla WoW. And, you know, your immersion and everything. Item. Geared visor. Let's turn that off. Normally it's good, but if it's trying to equip a gun and I can't wear it, that's not gonna fly. A super old friend of mine that we haven't been friends for years through a mutual that I worked on the Dual Logs channel. He's a Yu-Gi-Oh fan. He mocked me to the mutuals for making clickbait. Man, you know, that's why I never try to lie about what kind of content I make. I'm pretty upfront that it's clickbait. You know, it kind of takes the wind out of their sails before they can mock you for it. It's like, hey, whatever, it works, you know? If you're not clickbaity, then you're probably doing something wrong on YouTube. New research shows depression hits losers the hardest. That's a good one. Oh, I finished the quest. Alright, I'll go turn this in. I don't even know when the hell that happened. You need thick skin for YouTube? Believe me, I know. Yeah. You know, you can't really do it unless you have a thick skin. I mean, there's some people who do it anyway, and they definitely don't have one. It just really upsets them. Damn, 2 Denox need milb. What is your standing with Blizz? Good or bad? You don't have to reveal anything that would be risky to your channel. I'd say it's okay. They did give me a media pass to BlizzCon this year. I love bragging, but I also love shitting on myself. It's a healthy balance. That sounds about right. Pizza. Enough said, Hero. What about pizza? I can't have pizza anymore. Is Pupper the new less depressed Sam? Sam is still the Sam. He's just like asleep right now because it's like, I don't know, middle of the night for him right now, I think. Or maybe he's at school. Not all the content you need. Who is Sam? He's a fellow longtime viewer who watches all the streams. And he also hates it when you call him weird. Even though he occasionally says weird things. I've learned the best thing though, you can't be hurt by bullies, is the biggest bully is yourself. I will kill you, nerd. LOL, not if I kill myself first, bucko. Yeah, I never really had to deal with bullies. Like, you know, growing up, I was always the new kid at school, and I moved to a new school every year. And I was also very open about all of my unconventional hobbies. And I never really got bullied. Well, I can't really help you there. I think it's maybe just because I was good at sports. That probably helped.
Speak, friend.
Ooh, this is worth a lot.
Go forth to victory.
The Black Shield. They give you a media pass that you almost missed, and you just skimmed over and didn't notice it was confirmed for until months. Yeah, they don't need to know about that part. Or about how I was complaining about it before then. He's casting a spell. You should know yourself is not healthy, but also I don't kink shame, so you do. I wonder how long YouTube will last when BitChute will surpass it. If YouTube 2020 is saying you make stuff for children, even though you disagree, they might just hide your videos. Here's the thing. Every time YouTube does a new thing, people over-exaggerate how bad it will be. So, you know, I'm not going to worry about it until I need to. Currently, I don't need to. Also, I've never heard about the website you said that's going to surpass YouTube. Never had to deal with bullies? Not really. Like, when I was in 3rd grade, there was this kid that tried to bully me. Like, he would steal my pencils because he sat across from me, and he would, like, mark on my sheet and call me names. And I was just, like, so surprised. I was like, are you serious? I was like, I'm not going to do anything because we're in the middle of class. But, wow, you are messing with the wrong person. So, like, at recess, I grabbed one of my friends and we beat him up under the tree because he was sitting by himself. And then after that, he was really nice to me. He was like a complete 180.
What do you need?
He tried really hard to be my friend after that. And I was like, I don't want to be your friend. You know, I need you to just not talk to me. And then I moved to a new school like a couple weeks after that, so I never knew what happened to him. But that was the closest I ever got. Hero is the bully. Yeah, like if anything, I did try to be a bully when I was in 2nd grade. The problem though is I don't like hurting people's feelings, so it didn't work out very well. I just thought it would be cool. And so I tried it out. And I'd always try to bully this one kid, but he thought I was just playing with him. And he would just run away, and I could never catch him because he was like really fast. And then one time I did catch up to him and I like stole his backpack. And then I just gave it back. And then a teacher saw us and they yelled at me and I was like, this isn't really that fun. Turns out I like being nice to people more than I like being mean to them. Hero jumping people now. Well, I mean, I grabbed a friend. He was a big kid. So, you know, me and my friend, we both together jumped this kid while he was sitting by himself under a tree at recess. And he was very nice to me after that. So, you know, note to self, if someone's being mean to you, just grab some friends and beat them up, and they'll be nice to you. Because that's what happened to me in 3rd grade. So, like, you know, I was never really bullied, but also, if someone did try to bully me, I was perfectly willing to fight. I just never had to, except that one time. So I guess, you know, if you're confident too, I guess people leave you alone as well. They can kind of pick up on the kinds of people who would be an easy target. And I would definitely not consider myself an easy target. Oops, got jebaited. Okay, it keeps telling me to turn something in, but I can't turn it in. Is it on the other side? I can't turn this in. Skip this step. Fly to Thunderbluff? Okay. Your voice is the most soothing thing. Why, thank you. I know Sam is still weird around. He's less depressed, Sam, aka not annoying, always being a downer because everything didn't go his way. He does get a little self-ignorant. You always have the most soothing laugh. Hero is the bully. I'd let Hero bully me. I'm not a bully. You know, what I like to do is help people out and then never tell anyone about it. Because it makes me feel good about myself. And it makes it feel even better when I don't tell anyone what I've done. Because I think, yep, that means I was being actually altruistic. Since I'm not telling everyone this nice thing I did. That makes me even nicer. That's how you get shot, Hero. Yeah, there's also the chance that'll happen. Hero trying to be a bully but being too kind to enjoy it and making friends instead is the story I needed today. Well, I don't know if we became friends after that, but he thought we were friends. I ended up moving to a new school after that, because I went to a new school every year. So, you know, I didn't really keep friends very long. But I always did make new friends every time I went to a new school. I became an expert at making new friends. One of my great friends, Matt, he was my bully, nearly drove me to suicide. What? Realized how badly he was hurting me, and we became friends playing WoW and Halo together. He's a really cool dude now. Had problems at home, but he's all good now. Yeah, I always assume there's probably something going wrong at home. You know, nowadays, not when I was a kid. I also didn't have to deal with the bullies when I was a kid, though. Good morning from Belgium chat. Good morning, Lano. Same. Oops, got baited. Type server. That should work. Exclamation point server works. I don't know why it's not working. Oh, it does work. Is playing on ATS US. I don't know how I missed that. I guess I just tuned out Nightbot. Where it was literally right underneath me and I didn't notice it. Only thing I can think of me being bullied was some kid trying to trip me when I was running through the halls in 6th grade because I was late delivering papers, but I just jumped over his foot. Man, Welts, you're too dexterous to get bullied. Someone shouted me out on my server subreddit the other day and I cried. Shouted you out in a good way? Or shouted you out like in a mean way? Because, like, when I hear shout out, I think of, like, you know, YouTuber shout outs. Like, hey, everyone, subscribe to Hazelnutty Games. But I guess it might mean something else to different people. If you had social media back then, would you have large friend lists now? I mean, I had MySpace in middle school. But, no, after high school, I intentionally stopped talking to all my friends. Because I wanted to focus on WoW. And I didn't think any of them were real friends because we didn't have anything in common. And then once I found friends that I did have things in common, I found out that wasn't really a big deal. And so I reached out to a lot of them, like, many years later. And then I still don't really talk to them. But I did reach out to some of them. Okay, I think I'll end it here. Ah. Man, I hate wearing glasses. My eyes were starting to get red, so I had to take off my contacts. I always got made fun of for my hecking thick eyebrows and being odd, so I picked up a self-defense mechanism of acting gay, since many guys when I was in high school were too insecure about their masculinity. Man, that reminds me, when I was in high school, like, a lot of the guys in the football team would pretend to be gay all the time. They were like some of the most pretending to be gayest people I've ever seen. I don't know why they did it. I guess they thought it was funny. It was a little funny, but they took it way too far. Maybe some of them actually were gay. That's what I was thinking. Everyone was fine with it, too. I don't know why they did it. It was just something they did. Matt's parents fought a lot. We want a divorce, but neither of us can afford one for like 5 years, so I miss hanging out with Matt and Andrew. I want to go back to being a kid. I don't. I always think, like, you know, if I was in one of those time travel movies where it made me go back in time to be a kid again, I don't know if I'd like it. Because it's like, shit, I have to go through all this shit again. I don't want to do any of this. Like, the sweet spot for me is when I'm 19 years old and up. That's where life started getting really fun. Is when I was 19. I don't know if I want to go back to any time before I was 19. Did Nightbot die again? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Nightbot just ignores me like everyone else in my life. Near a gay person, so I'd act gay to get them to leave me alone. Did it backfire? Did you have to kiss? He was doing gymnastics, I guess that makes sense. My post today got a blue reply about the 8:30 shutdown, and I thought it was cool. Heck yeah, it's always nice when someone important recognizes your existence. You know, just like whenever I donate to a Twitch streamer and they read my name out loud. In a good way, I did have a lot of gay guys ask for my nudes and hit on me, so that happened, but it was more flattering then and well worth not being bullied. Hey, I guess if it worked out. I'm off to bed. My mind is full of existential crisis and missing the good old days of IRL friends. Pfft. Pfft. Life is what you make of it. You never know. Now could be your golden years and you're wasting it by thinking too much about the past. I always just never think about the past. I hate my glasses too. Heck yeah, glasses suck. I love my contacts. I had to wear my glasses like all the past 2 weeks because I was sick. And I thought I was getting pink eye or something, but I didn't want to risk it by wearing contacts. So I just wore glasses for 2 weeks. Like, I have really nice glasses, the ones that have like blue light protection, and they also change colors when you go outside, you know, to get like darker and tinter. And I hate wearing them. When I put my contacts in, everything just feels so much better. I was like, ugh, I love not wearing glasses. It's just so much. I can like lay down on my bed without having to worry about my glasses. You know, I can read stuff better for some reason because I feel like I have glasses all over my vision instead of just like in front of me. Contacts are so much better, but my eyes were starting to turn red today, so I had to take them out. And you were talking about not telling people about helping lobies. I do the same thing, but have someone recognize that without me coaxing them. It feels so good. Oh, yeah. I love that feeling, too. Like, I remember, like, I help out people all the time. And one of the things I did was, there was a smaller YouTuber who was having problems with their, like, WoW model viewer. And it's, like, common problem. Whenever there's a new patch, it breaks it, basically. And he needed WoW model view in order to make his videos. So I offered to, like, send him my version of WoW so that he could use it. But he didn't have any space on his computer, so I offered to buy him an external hard drive for, like, $50. And he declined that. And I was like, that's fine. I'm not going to force money on you, but, I'll send you the files anyway. And, sometime later, he made a tweet about it. He's like, man, everyone's so nice. Hero even offered to buy me this thing and everything when I was having trouble. And I was like, yes, this is why I help people out. Because sometimes they recognize you. I don't do it for the recognition, but that's always a nice bonus whenever it happens. Were they hot? I do love your vids. Why, thank you, Etika. And Kilza. I understand this so well. It's exactly what I think every day and night. What? Make sure to watch Pokemon Clown. I'm not gonna do that. I don't know what it is, and it's probably something weird. Man, I'm so different that way. I hate my lenses because I always feel like my eyes are itchy. Maybe you need better contacts. I don't know. I hear there's a difference in quality. Maybe I need better ones too if my eyes are turning red. Well, it's like the irritation red. It's not like a full red. What's the add-on with the dot trail on your map? Reminds me of the original Quest Helper add-on. This is Zygor. I pay $8 a month for this one. It's real good. Although I would not recommend it to people who do not have disposable income. There are other free add-ons that do similar things. As an undead warlock, I have gone out of my way to help struggling alliance on multiple occasions. Yeah, I used to do that when I was on a PvP server. I could never get contacts in. I eventually gave up. Man, I got contacts when I was in like 9th grade because I knew I was going to play football. And you can't play football with glasses. That's just like not possible. I think they have athletic glasses if you play football. But I was like, I'm going to get contacts because I'm going to need these for sports. And I definitely needed them. Because I'm blind without them. My driver's license says I'm not allowed to drive unless I have glasses or contacts on. I remember when I got pulled over by a cop, he had to check my eyes to make sure I had contacts in. Because my driver's license says I need them. Good old WoW vanilla. Alright, I need to get off now. I linked to you in Discord's 20-second short film, 14 seconds. Hey, hello, Aunt T. I gotta go now. It's my bedtime. Good night, everyone. Streaming every day in December.